All right, I need you to just picture this. The southwestern corner of Utah, a landscape unlike any other on Earth. This is Zion National Park, a place of such profound, breathtaking beauty that it feels almost sacred. Here, towering sandstone cliffs glow fiery red and orange under the desert sun. Narrow slot canyons carve winding, emerald passages through ancient rock, and the Virgin River carves its way through the valley floor. It's a hiker's paradise, a sanctuary for those seeking solace, adventure, and an escape from the relentless pace of modern life. Every year, millions flock to Zion. They come to conquer iconic trails like Angel's Landing, with its dizzying chains and sheer drop-offs, or to wade through the cool waters of the Narrows, flanked by towering canyon walls. It's a place that promises solitude, stunning vistas, and the profound satisfaction of connecting with nature on its grandest scale. For many, especially young women, Zion represents the ultimate outdoor adventure. A chance to push their limits, find inner peace, and capture breathtaking photos for their social media, documenting a journey of self-discovery. They arrive with backpacks full of gear, hearts full of anticipation, and a deep appreciation for the serene solitude the wilderness offers. The park, despite its popularity, is vast and untamed. Its beauty is undeniably alluring, but beneath that majestic facade lies an inherent wildness. Flash floods can turn a gentle stream into a raging torrent in minutes. Steep, unforgiving terrain can disorient even experienced hikers. And while the park promises peace, it's also a place where nature holds the ultimate, often brutal, power. Accidents happen, people get lost. The wilderness, though beautiful, isn't an indifferent master. It was into this awe-inspiring, yet subtly unforgiving, landscape that a series of young women began to venture, seeking adventure and tranquility. But for some, the lure of Zion would prove to be a prelude to something far more sinister, setting the stage for a chilling pattern of inexplicable vanishings that would transform this paradise into a place holding a terrifying, strange, dark, and mysterious secret. The first whisper of dread was about to settle over the silent canyons. The first unsettling whisper of trouble in Zion emerged with the disappearance of Sarah Jenkins, a fictional name for the purpose of this narrative. A vibrant, adventurous young woman from out of state, Sarah had arrived at Zion with plans to tackle some of its more challenging trails, seeking the solitude and physical test the wilderness offered. On October 15, 2023, she set out for a multi-day hike, having meticulously planned her route and sent a last text message to her family, promising to check in when she reached her campsite. When Sarah failed to make contact and didn't return by her designated date, her family's concern quickly escalated into full-blown alarm. They immediately notified park rangers, triggering the swift and arduous process of a wilderness search and rescue operation. Park rangers, highly experienced in the challenging Zion terrain, mobilized quickly. Search teams, equipped with detailed maps and satellite imagery, fanned out across the vast park. Helicopters crisscrossed the sky, their rotors echoing through the canyons, while highly trained K-9 units painstakingly sniffed every rock and crevice along Sarah's planned route. Every lead was pursued, every possible scenario considered. Was she injured in a fall? Had she veered off trail and become disoriented? Had she perhaps encountered an unexpected flash flood, a hidden danger in the narrow canyons? But as the days stretched into a grueling week, the search yielded nothing. No discarded backpack, no broken equipment, no footprints indicating a struggle, no signs of a fall, no personal items, nothing. It was as if Sarah Jenkins, a young woman full of life and adventure, had simply vanished into thin air. The vast, silent canyons of Zion had swallowed her whole, leaving behind an agonizing void for her family and a chilling sense of bewilderment for the search teams. The initial assumption of a lost or injured hiker began to give way to a deeper, more unsettling dread. The wilderness, usually the source of profound peace, now held a terrifying secret. This wasn't just a misstep, it was an inexplicable disappearance that defied all conventional explanations, leaving the first seeds of an unsolved mystery to fester within the park's majestic, yet now ominous embrace. Just a few months after Sarah Jenkins seemingly vanished into the wilderness, the unsettling whispers in Zion transformed into a full-blown cry of alarm. On January 5, 2024, another young woman, Emily Chen, a fictional name, set out for a solo hike in a remote yet accessible part of the park. Like Sarah, Emily was an experienced hiker who had shared her itinerary, and like Sarah, she failed to return. The parallels were chilling. Emily, much like Sarah, left no trace, no discarded gear, no signs of a struggle, no obvious explanation for her sudden absence. It was as if the earth had simply swallowed her whole. A desperate search was launched, even larger and more coordinated than the first, involving multiple agencies, park rangers, local sheriff's departments, and even federal resources, alongside a dedicated army of volunteers and advanced drone technology. But despite the increased manpower and sophisticated equipment, the results were agonizingly familiar. Nothing. The second disappearance, so eerily similar to the first, ignited immediate and widespread public alarm. The narrative shifted dramatically from isolated incidents to a terrifying, undeniable pattern. Media outlets descended on Zion, broadcasting warnings, urging hikers to exercise extreme caution, to always hike in groups, and to carry satellite phones. The beauty of Zion, once an invitation, now seemed to carry a hidden threat. In the vacuum of answers, previous assumptions about lost or injured hikers became increasingly difficult to sustain. Darker, more sinister theories began to emerge from both professional investigators and a terrified public. The serial predator theory. The most chilling possibility was the emergence of a serial killer operating within the park. Someone cunning, someone who knew Zion's vast and intricate terrain intimately, preying on isolated hikers. The idea of a hunter lurking in the wilderness sent shivers down the spines of adventurers worldwide. An undiscovered environmental hazard. Could there be an unknown, deadly environmental danger unique to Zion's remote corners? Perhaps hidden chasms, an undiscovered toxic gas, or even a unique geological instability that could silently claim victims without a trace. While less likely, the sheer lack of physical evidence pushed investigators to consider even remote possibilities. Fringe theories. Given the profoundly inexplicable nature of the vanishings, more speculative and conspiracy theory-driven ideas also began to circulate, touching on everything from paranormal forces to secret government activities, born out of a desperate need to explain the inexplicable. The mounting disappearances had irrevocably altered the perception of Zion National Park. A place of peace and adventure now felt like it held a terrifying, creepy, and strange, dark, mysterious secret. An unseen force, whether human or natural, was claiming victims with terrifying regularity, leaving behind only unanswered questions and a growing sense of dread that continued to loom large over the silent canyons. As the list of missing women grew, a profound sense of frustration settled over the dedicated teams tirelessly searching Zion National Park. Park rangers, local law enforcement, and even federal agencies were under immense pressure. They revisited every old lead, meticulously re-examined every possible theory, and deployed every available resource, from cutting-edge drone technology mapping the terrain to highly specialized search dogs. Yet the vast, intricate wilderness yielded nothing. The biggest obstacle in these investigations was the maddening reality of no body, no crime, or in this case, no body, no crime scene. Without physical remains, without a clear site where something horrific occurred, there was virtually no forensic evidence to analyze. No blood, no struggle, no discarded personal effects, no signs of a fall. It was as if these women had simply walked off the face of the earth. This absence of clues meant traditional investigative methods hit a dead end, leaving detectives to chase ghosts in the silent canyons. Psychological profilers brought in to offer insights, grappled with the confounding circumstances. If a human predator was responsible, they were operating with chilling precision and an intimate knowledge of the park's remotest areas. This wasn't a clumsy opportunist, it was someone cunning, elusive, and potentially highly dangerous. The alternative, that nature itself was claiming these victims in an unexplainable way, was equally terrifying. The fear emanating from Zion quickly spread far beyond its boundaries. Park authorities and media outlets issued urgent public warnings. Advice became increasingly stark. Hikers were strongly urged to never venture alone, to stick to marked trails, to carry satellite phones or GPS beacons, and to share their detailed itineraries with multiple trusted contacts. The carefree spirit of exploration that once defined a trip to Zion was replaced by a somber vigilance, a recognition that even in breathtaking beauty, an unseen danger could be lurking. For the families of the missing women, the anguish was profound and unending. They were trapped in a cruel limbo, unable to properly grieve without closure, constantly oscillating between desperate hope and crushing despair. Every phone call, every news alert brought a fresh surge of anxiety, only to settle back into the quiet torment of not knowing. The silent canyons held their daughters, sisters, and friends, offering no explanation, only an echoing void. The mystery of the vanishing women in Zion National Park persisted, a chilling testament to the power of the wild and the terrifying possibility of an unseen hunter. It left behind a profound sense of dread, and the unsettling realization that some strange, dark, and mysterious evils can simply be swallowed by the vast, beautiful, and utterly unforgiving wilderness, leaving only unanswered calls in their wake. As of mid-2025, the cases of the missing women in Zion National Park remain heartbreakingly unsolved. Sarah Jenkins, Emily Chen, and any other potential victims are still listed as active missing persons, their fates shrouded in the impenetrable silence of the vast wilderness. For their families, the absence of answers is a living nightmare, a constant, agonizing loop of hope and despair that prevents true closure. The core questions continue to echo through the canyons, unanswered and haunting. Are these disappearances connected? Is there a single serial predator expertly preying on vulnerable hikers in this seemingly idyllic setting? Or are these unrelated, individual tragedies, each a product of the park's immense and unforgiving dangers, where accidents leave no trace? The terrifying possibility of a human threat, coupled with the inherent perils of the wild, creates a chilling uncertainty for anyone who ventures into Zion. Zion National Park itself now stands as a place of conflicting emotions. Its towering cliffs and winding trails still draw millions, but for many, its breathtaking beauty is now tinged with a creepy awareness of its dark secret. The park, a silent, majestic witness, holds the answers that investigators desperately seek. It is a constant, unsettling reminder that even in the most awe-inspiring places on Earth, unseen dangers can lurk, and some mysteries are simply swallowed by the vast, beautiful, and profoundly strange, dark, and mysterious wild. The cases of the vanished women have become a part of the park's unsettling folklore, fueling both fascination and caution across the nation. They serve as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of wilderness and the hidden perils that can lurk beyond the beauty. While new forensic technologies offer a glimmer of hope for future breakthroughs, and the possibility that a witness might one day come forward, for now, the cold cases of Zion National Park remain open wounds. The silent canyons guard their secrets fiercely, leaving behind only questions and an enduring sense of dread, forever haunting those who remember the young women who simply vanished into the void.